more pressure than other weeks, given the scores so far this year?
I don't know about too much more. Obviously, after a result like we had last week, the guys are pretty eager to get back out in the field and put it right. I don't know about pressure. You can't allow that to get on top of you. That's the big thing. You got to keep the belief in what you're doing and how you just got to get back out and train. And when you get confidence, getting those things right, hopefully that sort of means the guys aren't under too much pressure. But when you play, anytime you play in the All Blacks, there's some there, and it's a question of how you deal with it.
I guess you try not to dwell on the past as well for a year like this.
No, well, you've got to take the good things forward that you are doing okay, and you got to keep the belief. If you start getting down on yourself, well, you ain't gonna. You got to keep working at what you do, and it's what it's like in sport. When you come second, it's about how you react to it and get back. And Saturday we get a chance to do that, which I guess we're lucky to be able to have another crack.
It's been pretty close this year. Do you expect tomorrow night's test to be just as tight?
It'd be nice if it wasn't, but I think anything over in years gone by, there's never too much between these two teams, and both teams are pretty keen to play some good rugby. So I can't see tomorrow night being too much different, but it'd be nice if it was a bit of difference and it wasn't quite so close. But we'll wait and see.
You've won the last 5 tests against Australia and been able to come over the top of them this year twice. Do you have a real sort of confidence about playing that?
I don't know about confidence. I guess you always believe that what you're going to put out in the field, if you can execute it, you're good enough to win, and I'm sure they're exactly the same. But I suppose last week was the same. The guys, when you get behind on the scoreboard or things don't go your way, guys don't give up. They still fight right to the last minute, and I guess that's pleasing to know you got a bunch of characters that'll do that. But it'd be nice to go into the final 20 minutes being up some points rather than down. So I guess that's going to be the aim tomorrow.
Do you feel your fitness is superior, and that's really helped you in that thing?
Perhaps last week it showed, but with teams, they'd played 3 in a row, we haven't, so there's always a little bit difference like that. But you back yourself to keep going for 80 minutes. You've got to do that in these tests. So the guys are fit enough, and it depends how much defending you've done often too. So last week we didn't do a lot of defending. They did a lot more defending than us, and that takes a lot out of you. So games can be different in that regard.
Richie, do you take anything from, say, your last test here, or what you've shown in the last 20 minutes, half an hour of previous games or history or anything to give you confidence going into this match?
Yeah, I suppose like the last 20 minutes last week was okay. We played some reasonable rugby, and we've got to make sure we can do that right from the word go. But what's happened in the past doesn't count for too much. We've got a plan in place of how we want to play this week, and we're pretty keen to make sure we do it right from the word go. We don't give them a 10-point start or 12-point start or whatever it was last week. So that's the driving factor rather than what's happened in the past. I think the big thing is that we've got a bunch of guys who'll keep going to the end, and we realise that to win tests you've got to make sure you do that.
Is the Friday of the day before this test any different to previous Fridays, and that the way the week's gone or build up or anything?
Oh, I don't think so too much. Like Fridays I always enjoy because you're getting close to you've done all the preparation for the week, and it's about getting yourself ready to play on Saturday. So I can't see it being too much different. Obviously it's the last test for quite a while, and it'd be nice to finish this part of the season with a good performance first and foremost, and if we do that we give ourselves a good chance of winning the game.
Richie, does having a Southern Hemisphere referee make much of a difference these days, or is it pretty standard?
I don't know, Craig Zabir I actually think's a really good ref, so he'll be good. He'll allow a game to be played, and so that's a good thing. But you got to eliminate their influence out of the game, and by getting your own sort of stuff sorted. So, but no, I do rate him as a ref, and he'll be good.
Richie, when you run out there tomorrow, who are you wanting to prove to the most that you can do it, to yourselves, to the coaches, or to the fans?
I think everyone. Like these guys have got a hell of a lot of pride in what they do and stuff like that, and it's been disappointing and frustrating over the year that perhaps haven't done it all the time. So the guys are pretty proud sort of men, and they want to go out and put a good performance together for your mates beside you first and foremost. And if you do that right for your mates, for yourselves, you're going to do it right for everyone else, the coaches, the fans, and everyone. And you know, if we have a good performance, I think everyone's going to be happy.
Australia traditionally struggle in the wind and the cold and the rain. Do you guys wake up in the morning hoping that it's going to be those sort of difficult conditions, or would you like it to be nice and fine so you could actually express yourselves and that sort of thing?
It'd be quite nice if it was fine, I think.
Yeah.
Guys enjoy playing rugby in that weather, but I think it's meant to be okay. But if it's not, well, you just got to deal with it. And you know, the guys, you can't let it worry you. So I certainly don't wake up looking out, hoping what it is was what it is.
Richie, do you think coaches are under even more pressure than normal regards to the outcome tomorrow night?
I don't know. There always are, you know, when you have a loss the week before. It seems to be the way in this country that they get it in the neck, you know. They're not the ones that are running out the field, so, you know, they've been great this week. They've haven't let any of that come through to the team. They've made sure they help us prepare the best we can to go out and perform tomorrow night. That's all we can ask from them. You know, the three pretty good coaches have been here through times like this a lot of, you know, done a lot over the last few years, so they've done exactly the same this week.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Richie.
Thanks, mate. All the best.
Go to number8.co.nz.